All right, so I figured I'd do a follow-up video. Some of you guys were asking how it ran at the beach. It actually ran quite well. I probably ran it 11, 12 round trips, probably a third of a mile each way. And I had the thing heavy loaded down. So the only issue I had with it is the actual Gorilla Cart connection here. This connection right here. Broke off. The welds from Gorilla Cart were not even tied to this tubing. It looked like they were, at least one side was not, and it broke, and I ended up having to go to a welding shop while I was there and had them hit all four sides and put it back together, and I was good to go. But it's amazing that coming from Gorilla Cart, that the welds aren't tight. But so that's a beware on that one. If you guys are doing this, I would definitely grind this down and I would hit this on all four sides. I did also let all the air out of this tires. It needed it. When I got to the beach, it was struggling to get through the sand with a lot of air in them. I let out all the air, which makes sense, right? I mean, I let out all the air, just about to nothing. There's tubes in these, so you don't have to worry about beads or anything. But I mean, there is almost nothing in these tires right now. And it was cutting through the sand fine. I'll post the videos I did while I was at the beach, but you will have to pull it a little bit, right? I think just to get it, the back wheels above the sand, when you're in the deep sand, it was struggling a little bit. So I had to help it along a little bit, which honestly, it was a non-issue. I mean, I had this thing really loaded down, and I mean, to cut through this sand at Cape Cod, which is really, really deep, fine sand. The thing was kicking. I mean, everybody was asking how where I got it. So I mean, clearly there's a need for these things out there, right? So other than that, the only thing I would say is in a previous video, I did say, it's up to you if you change the sprockets. You will need the torque when you're going through the sand. The one thing I realized was this 9-tooth to 36-tooth sprockets I had made up really came in handy. I mean, you will need the additional torque in the sand. So if you're going to build one of these, I would not skimp on that. So it worked out great. And like I said, you will, if you have really deep sand, you will have to pull it a tiny bit. But honestly, I mean, I was coming off one of these beach carts, four-wheel beach carts that you drag along with the little tires in the front, and it was a disaster. I mean, this thing was a non-issue. So I'm glad I built it. Would I do it again? I absolutely would. So take it for what it's worth. All right, thanks, guys. Good. In the deep sand, you do have to pull it a little bit. Not bad, though. It's not perfect, but you do have to pull it. If I go where it's a little harder, it runs no problem. I don't have to do anything. This is really deep Cape sand.
sand's really deep. You have to pull it a little and flip it in the sand. Anyone questioning if it can carry weight?